sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh, oh, yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nose geek. High on whatever they sold me. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later trying to find me. Still trying to figure out the mind piece. Looking for the love inside me, inside me.
All right. So hopefully the audio is working fine. Great. Mic seems to be fine. Video camera. Let's have a look. Chill. All right. That should be good to go. What's up, guys? How's it going? All right. First of all, I have been absent from the stream for the last 2 days, 3 days. Sorry about that. I got caught up with some personal commitments. So I'm back and hope you guys are doing well. I've decided to start early as well, just pre-market, same way as we did last time. So this is definitely going to be, going forward, it's going to be same timing as we're doing now, which is basically about 8 a.m. EST. So this is our norm from here onwards. Hopefully it's not going to change. Even if it does change, it's going to be like for 1 day or 2. But this is it. So let's have a look. Okay, so maybe I need to move this a little bit. Maybe not. I can handle without moving it. Move this a little bit this way. Okay. All right. So we are live. We're good to go. Here we go. All right. Let's have a look at our. So starting with SPY, I'm gonna talk about the pre-market watch list later on in about 5-10 minutes. Until then, I'm just gonna start to work on my pre-market. Just give me a second.
Started as a whisper, message from a new world I'd never known. Something about it felt like I've been waiting my whole life. Is this home? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around.
Yeah, so I'm just working on my pre-market watch list. Give me a sec. CGC, let's have a look at this.
I can't help but think that it's meant to be, that I'm finally right where I'm supposed to. If I let you into the secret, would you listen? I can hear each sound calling my name, and I feel angels around when I start to sing, and suddenly it feels like heaven's not so far away. Tell me, can you hear the symphony?
Okay. Could be good. Could be good. Keep it.
I don't wanna say anything, 'cause if I do, I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I'd lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise.
What's up, Zell? How's it going, man? Morning. Welcome. How you doing, man? EPIX worked out really nicely, huh? Did you manage to get something out of it? So? Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks. Yeah, I've just been stuck with just random stuff, man. Oh yeah, it did look like that. Yeah, if you couldn't get in as early as you know the beginning, then yeah, it was just, sometimes it's really difficult as well. Like, and it's not easy to watch that go as well. What are you watching today? $20 million. It went up to that. The volume came in. Alright. You know, mostly EPIX, PCVX is going to be in play for sure. Have you looked at PCVX? It's really like the first day that it gapped up, I actually shorted it. Shorted it quite well actually. And then surprisingly for that stock, it actually held it. You know, PCVX. This day I shorted it. This gap day. If you remember that, I don't really right here, I think somewhere there around 36 and then quite multiple out. I wasn't as successful. The problem was it was taking such a long time for it to drift down, which should have happened if it was weak. Then I just gave up on it, and then next day it basically starts to go for it and holds this day. And although there was some pressure from the upside, but the fact that it's it held its gap really successfully. This day you could have been watching this like a hawk. This third day, especially once it takes out the highs, previous highs, it was a great trading opportunity on PCVX. The squeeze did come in, which was to be expected from these 2 days. Shorts are kind of trapped, and they are not just small hands, they are kind of big. If somebody is willing to hold this overnight for a short, they are big, right? You can't just ignore that. So yeah, it's I just I don't really pay too much attention to those things, because otherwise it will put a bias towards my trades. I trade what I see, and if it's actually showing me any setup, I'll take it. Those things, if you think about it, yes, it makes a big difference, yeah. But then again, if you think about like 1 minute chart, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute charts, it really like shouldn't hinder your decision. If there is a setup, there is a setup. So yeah, that's why I took it. Plus it just really looked very heavy at that point where I traded it, but then it turned out to be quite a bit of a crowded stock. That's why later down the line, midday, I just let it go. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it definitely you can tell by you don't even have to go into too much like into detail of finding the fundamentals. It's just the price will tell you. It literally did even on the first day when it was at this point. This was a gap, right? This was a gap, and I saw exhaustion coming in, but that was apparently bigger pullback coming into it. There were some good trades on it for the short, but it wasn't something that I was expecting I was expecting way more than that. So the fact that it held, you gotta be prepared for like the for me, if it does hold for over like 15-20 minutes, then I'm very very careful, especially with something like that's gapped up. I always tell you, like on the stream, I always mention this, like, guys, although we might be short on this, but just remember, this is holding its gap. So it could be dangerous to be holding and blindly holding, thinking it's gonna go down. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good one for yesterday. Unfortunately, I did not trade it. If I was here and I was watching this, definitely I would have been quite curious on this one to keep it on the watch. So today, it is quite strong. It's really strong. I'm not going to be strongly biased. I can say that it's a bit extended, but I think the fact that it's holding the gap and it's went on from 36 yesterday all the way to 42s and then ended up at 41s almost, it tells you something. The stock wants to maybe in the long run wants to go higher, right? If that's the case, we can't be fighting this if we're going to short it. I don't mind shorting it. As I said, I'm 50-50. I really don't mind shorting it if there's a chance. But I wouldn't expect too much from it. Not just yet. Not just yet. I need to see something on daily before I start to think, oh, you know what? I'm going to expect more from this. So we'll see. Yeah, Meta did right. Some people they just trade, yeah, they just trade the earnings, you know, and props to them. Really, like, it just it's crazy, crazy. Yeah. Hey, sorry, I just went out for a while. Yeah, so as you can see, oof, Meta is destroyed. Meta is destroyed. Wow. Option calls. Sorry, puts, man, puts. You know, I know people who actually do only earnings, and they would do it on big names, and you gotta be a little bit like, I think they know where to get the information from, and you have to get the right information. If you can do some proper research, and if you can really sort of, if you are into that kind of thing, then you don't really need to do what I do normally, which is day trading every single day. You just do earnings. Everybody trades differently, man. Like, I wish I could trade the way some people trade, but that's not my character. For example, this one, you know, people do trade them in a lot of ways they benefit from. For example, you can do a what's it called? I forgot the terminology or the strategy. What is it called? Straddle or something like that, where you take the calls and the puts, and then whichever is working, that outweighs the other side. So in this case, your put would be, you know, astronomically larger than your call losers. So, you know, you just give up on the call and you just benefit from the put. Very simple strategy. It's as simple as it gets, but you have to find that stock that's going to do that. Otherwise, you're going to be paying probably for both sides, right? So yeah, it's crazy, man. This thing, like for example, something like this, right, on a big name, is gonna like when it comes to percentage move from the stock, it's only about what 20% move, right? 25% move down. Huge, yes. But on the options, remember this move, if you were to take, let's say you've taken the put option here the last day before today, right? Yesterday, anywhere here, right? You're looking for maybe hundreds and hundreds of percentages, maybe even 1,000% on a put call. Depends on where you took it. So that's the difference, man. Huge. I'm telling you, huge returns. Yeah, low win rate. Absolutely, I agree. You will be. Look, there will be a point where you're gonna say, "Shit, this earnings season is just horrible," right? Nothing fun, nothing funny, nothing fancy, and nothing surprising. So if it's a boring season, then you're pretty much your strategy is just gonna take small chunks of profits from you every single trade. But earnings like these, we've been getting these, you know. So if you catch one of them, that's it. Like one or two, you're done for that earning season, I think. So yeah, it's you know, that's a good thing about this game, man. There's a lot of ways to play it. That's why I love it. And the funny thing is, almost everybody thinks their way is the right way, and I just don't get it. Like some people really get offended if you actually take the other side of their trade. Like, they really get. I mean, BA, look at this. Wow. Dude, these earnings season is amazing, man. I'm telling you, it's amazing. You could just trade the earnings. The problem with that is they are big names, and they do tend to, for my strategies, how do I say that? It's not extremely viable as it would on different names like mid caps or low caps. Small caps. So, but I do still trade them. Like for example, BA would be on the watch list. I've got a massive list here on the left for just for earnings. So BA, Meta, all of them, right? I think you can see them, right? No, you can't. Okay, let me show you here, right there, just on top of my. So if I move, I don't want to move my face, but I can actually remove myself. Hold on, there you go. See here? Yeah. So yeah, I've got a whole lot of watch lists for the earnings. Yeah, definitely, man. When earnings season's on, it's always a big list. That's why you have to be very selective. Okay, what's cooking now, Zel? What's cooking? What's running? Let me have a look at that. Mara Mara is a Bitcoin related, isn't it? Blockchain. We could keep it, but also earnings, is it? Is it based on earnings? There might be earnings coming onto this one, yeah. AGFS, bro. Dude, this has run from 157 all the way to 2.61 and still running. Looks quite strong. Yeah, it looks quite strong. Definitely. So that's one of our gappers. As you can see, that's on the top of my list anyways. Let me show you on the here, right here, AGFS on my gap scan on TOS, right there. If we have a look at AIMC, that's probably a buyout acquisition. Let's have a look at TDOC. TDOC looks to have this is earnings gap as well. Let's put that. We'll look into that in a minute. CMCSA, that's also earnings, so we can actually put these things on the earnings instead of the. I'm just gonna remove that. I don't know, man. I don't know about this one though. CMCSA. No. Shell had earnings. Also, it's gapping up because of that. The problem with Shell is dual traded stock, so I don't want to touch that. CCJ is also gapping up earnings. Okay, so CCJ, I can put that in there. BP also gapping up. BP also is dual traded stock, right? Yeah. LUV gave back as gap. BBBY gave back. Okay, so the more important ones are AGFS, that's gapped up and still running, and the other ones that we saw, this definitely AIMC might be an acquisition. It looks like an acquisition for sure. Yeah, there you go. You see, acquisition by Regal X. So yeah, it just looks like it. I don't need to go into that. All right, so at the moment I have as a gapper TDOC and AGFS. What in the last 1 year we have had least gappers? What do you mean? Like what data are we talking about? Overall, generally in the market, or specifically stock related? Oh, AGFS related? Oh, overall, okay. Yeah, that's why I thought, like, in the last year you released, yeah, maybe. I didn't really look into that, but that's interesting. On AGFS, it seems like it, yeah. I believe it might be all-time highs, yeah. Over 250s would be all-time highs, right? Yeah. Yes, sir. See, the thing with this one is it could go anywhere, right? Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. Let's have a look at. Let's have a look at this. This is earnings based gap, isn't it? AGFS? Zell? Is earnings based, right? Normally it has no volume whatsoever. None whatsoever. But it's just completely different stock today. So yeah. AGFS looking decent. I think it's pretty much earnings release, right? I believe it's earnings release. This doesn't look good, although it's earnings gapper. We are talking from 2650s all the way to, at the moment, 29. Actually, there is a gap there, 29. So overall, generally weak stock, very weak stock. So this might be. Oh, it actually beat the estimate by a good margin, actually, by a good margin. So I can understand why the gap, and it might hold. It might hold this. So this might be a boring stock to trade because it's already priced in my opinion. So T-Dog, I'm going to remove it from the gapper. There's no point in having it in a gapper if I'm not going to be looking into trading it. So. Is that all I got? Oh, I've got the earnings as well. Let me go through the earnings as well. Tesla was earlier earnings, so I'm going to remove that. I usually remove the earnings list, things from the earnings list after like 3-4 days of earnings. Unless that earnings play is still active on it. Sometimes it could be active for a week or so. Snappy. Snaps daily is in a good area for our. Snap has a really good daily, but what's the range of 10? Nah, the range is terrible though. Yeah, let's remove that. Snap looks good for a possible short though. Really? SPY? Ooh. I was kind of thinking for today, I'm going to be a little bit short biased on SPY or the market. We'll see. We'll see. But we'll come to that in a minute. Let me just clear this earnings list here. CCJ is gapping up because of earnings. I'll keep that. BA also done the same. Yesterday, massive move down because of earnings, I believe. Yep. And today is trying to sort of have a little bit of a bounce, which is expected. It's expected 136. So we're actually bouncing up to here, which could give us opportunities to short it, short the bounce. So yeah, this could be one of the bigger stocks to watch. BA. I'm gonna keep it on the main watch just in case I don't forget it. Let's have a look. T-Dog is there. T was long. AT&T, the volume and the way it trades, I don't really like it, but it's coming up to a point where it starts to look like extended, but it's not. So it's a bit confusing. Why is SPY jumping up? Well, it could be one of those. What time is it? 8:30. Yeah, 8:30. Usually you will get that 8:30. It's to do with the, I think, institutions. You see this area here, this volume here? Right there, 8:30. Right? I can show you other, where is it? Where's 8:30? 8:30, not so much here, but usually, is it 8:30 or was it 8? I believe it's 8:30, right? Yeah. So let's have a look. 8:30. You see this volume? Yeah, it did froze. Yeah, it did freeze for a while. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, hopefully that's not gonna carry on. Continue. So far, I've been okay. If I stream on YouTube, it seems to be all right. But if I try like restream to stream on multiple platforms, then it gives me a hard time. So down. Meta is down. I'm gonna put Meta as well as the other one that we were watching. I had Netflix as well for some time. Netflix just keeps on going, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. Wow, huge beat on the earnings. But I'm gonna get rid of that now. It seems extended and it's been like over 4 or 5 days now. Yes, FCX. FCX is one of those that actually could have a continuation. We've got a reversal pattern at the bottom. We've got 34 area there, 34 area. If that breaks and holds, then we've got some ways to go on FCX. That's why I'm keeping this for possible continuation from earnings catalyst. SLB is yeah, it's a nice little shorting opportunity. Maybe. Let's have a look. SLB. Okay, that AGFS still trying to go. If it does break that 265, it's gonna go further, another move up, probably towards 270s, 260, 75s, and then probably have another pullback. This is your typical healthy stock that is strong and trying to hold. Takes the highs, pulls back, takes the highs again, pulls back, takes the high, pull back. So basically going for it and then having a proper, decent, healthy retracement or pullback and carries on. So, you know, people are getting into it, having a profit taking, getting into it, profit taking, getting into the trend, profit taking. So, yeah. 253, nice. Beautiful. Yeah, on the breakup. Yeah. I could understand why. Yep. Breakout. Yeah. Lovely, looking good. Yes, sir. All right, let me just post this. This list could change, by the way. I'm just gonna post it on Discord. This is the list we have at the moment as it stands, but that could easily change. Nice. Beautiful trade on BBBY, by the way. Pullback trade, nice. Watch list. Yeah, let's post this watch list. Here we go. Now, I'm just gonna say watch list. Yeah. Hopefully that's gonna give you the link to Discord. Yeah. So I always post a watch list on Discord. If you don't know, if you haven't joined the Discord, please do join. You will get the watch list and announcements that we need to make you aware of, which I can't do on YouTube. So sometimes I might not be streaming, then I don't usually post it out on YouTube. I just post it out on Discord. It's much easier. And AGFS looking good. Hey buddy.
Hey Dad.
What's up? You wanna say hi? It's on video, yeah? Sure. Where you wanna go? The back? Right? What you want? The book. Grab it then. Don't be shy. Yeah, you don't need to turn it off. Kids, man, kids, huh? Okay. Right, so let's talk about what we have on the list. Looking at SPY, while things are a little bit slow, let me just look at SPY. You see this was just a spike there, comes back. SPY generally for today, I'm a little bit short biased. I feel like SPY is due for maybe a day's red day, but it's not, hopefully it's not going to be a big one. But it's been bouncing. Look at this, guys. I know I mentioned this every every single trade, not every single day. Look at this head and shoulder. You know, I was looking at this head and shoulder and I was like not imagining, like I was just picturing in my head that this is actually forming a head and shoulder, right? Here somewhere, right? Before even the right shoulder was formed. So this right now is in its reversal mode, right? So it's already broken the top of the shoulder and it's above that and it's continuing. So it looks like, definitely looks like a successful head and shoulder reversal, which means these reversals could be strong and we cannot fight it, right? Especially if you're swing trading. So I am short biased today. Yes, I will take shorts, but I probably wouldn't expect too much from it, and only today. If it starts to go against my short ideas, then I really wouldn't mind changing my bias very fast. So I could say that I'm not going to be very loyal to my short bias today. Yeah. So that's SPY. It's definitely in the long run. If you look at it, it's in the reversal mode, but short term, as in day trading wise, today we might see a pullback coming into this shoulder at least, right? Which is not too far, to be honest. Like we're talking maybe over and under shoulder 378, something like that. We're actually, yeah, $3-4 move maybe, which is not much. So we might be like, if anything, SPY might not produce much, and is what I'm thinking. Right, so that's SPY. Meta is, again, most of the list on this list is going to be earnings based. Look at this, guys. Huge move down. Like it's just getting hammered, and obviously because of the earnings, right? Yeah, so estimated 188 or 64. Yeah, so it's just bad earnings result, and it just keeps collapsing. 100. Okay, so now 100 on Meta is going to be huge. I'm going to wait up on it just because it's done this. Usually with this kind of huge move down, you either see a move down straight away without any pullback, just continues. Or what you will see is if it does start to pull back or bounce, you will see a bigger bounce, not a smaller bounce. So I'm thinking if it does bounce, we might have to be careful shorting the front side, thinking that it's going to carry on going down, show weakness. Right now it's weak, yes, but if it starts to bounce, I'm going to wait for 105s, 101, 107s, things like that. And then take it from there. But I don't mind taking short straight away after the open as well, if it gives me that opportunity. Good setup. So Meta extremely weak, but do expect a bounce coming in after this kind of a move down or gap down. We're talking a gap of 131 all the way to there. So 30%, just under 30% move down. EPIX, guys, yesterday it moved huge. It was a huge move. We saw a move from 189 all the way to 470s. Huge. We're talking more than 100% move, right? Way more than 100, almost 150% move. So, and then also the way it closed yesterday was really strong. And then today, even post-market yesterday was, it shows strength, it carried on. And pre-market today initially began really nicely to the upside, but then it started collapsing, right? Started collapsing. and then slowly started drifting down. As it stands now, it's giving back most of the gains from the post and pre-market. Okay, it's given back that. But yesterday's close is here for 80s. It's still very close to that. So we'll see what it does. If it stays below yesterday's close, we might see some sort of a fade off coming in. Huge move up, which requires a little bit of a pullback as well. So if we can, we might be able to short this depending on the... So EPIX at the moment as it stands, I'm a bit short biased. Yes, but I'm going to be very careful. The fact that yesterday was very strong and closed very strong, if it starts to take the fives out, I really don't mind changing my bias to the long side. MARA is also, I believe, an earnings play, or might be wrong on that one. This is basically blockchain. It's related to Bitcoin. So you'll have to watch the Bitcoin with it. PDD also is was, I believe, earnings. Maybe not. So it's gapping down. Okay, so it's basically had a really nice bounce from a gap down in a very weak few days of trading, but it filled that gap. It's really filled that gap up to 55s yesterday, and now it's gapping down a little bit. So I'm kind of short biased on it, and yeah, I am biased to the short side on PDD. So I'll be looking for short opportunities on PDD. BA, again, earnings play. Huge move down, massive move down. BA had bad earnings, I believe, and it continues to show weakness. Now, as you can see, this bounce is very, very typical, very normal after this kind of move. So expect the bounce to be bigger. These are the one that's going to catch you, because you would be thinking like, look at this day, huge, massive red day, earnings is really bad, and it's got to go down, right? It might. Maybe you're right, but maybe not this day, right? What if you're not right today? What if you're right next 2 days, right? But that bounce is going to kill you if you start to average in. In fact, one of my biggest losers has been in one of these stocks, typical of these big red days, and then start to short it, slowly building a position on it, and then as it stands, it starts to creep back up and up and up. It never goes down. Slowly creeps back up, and then by the time you realize that you're just in too much, too deep, and you just exit right at the top. Typical. So you want to avoid that. Don't have a very strong bias. If you do, think of the other alternative as well that it could do. So I expect a bit of a bounce, which is coming in. I will see later on if it starts to give us any opportunities. We don't mind taking shorts. So that's BA. Our BLX, I've been playing this a little bit swing style, Roblox. For day trading, it's kind of difficult, very difficult to gauge the price action. It's been very choppy, not very clear. Only the first few days were really clear after the gap. But this day here was really beautiful, very clear. Other than that, it was really not so great to watch. But swing trading wise, it was beautiful. It's really beautiful, because I only look at the daily. At the end of the day, what happened to the stock? Yes, it's doing this. That's fine. It's holding its strength. It's holding its gap after the earnings, or whatever the catalyst may be. Yes, it's held its gap, and it's actually this was a really, really good stock to be swing trading, because when it gapped up, it had 1, 2, 3, 4 days to actually take out the gap and gap fill. It never did that. It tried to do it, but it couldn't even take out the first day's low. It didn't. So it held in between the first day, kind of like inside days. And then that in itself shows you, yes, this thing is, the gap was true, and it was valid, and it wants to go higher. So that's when you can slowly start in, especially with the options as well. But that's a different subject. Roblox, I'll keep it, but I'm probably not going to be day trading it. SLB. SLB, I don't like the volume. We've got 42, 52. Yeah, it's extended a little bit. I'm short biased on it. PCVX. PCVX is strong, guys. Just remember, this thing is strong. Yesterday, it actually closed strong as well. So if we're going to short it, we're going to have to be very careful. If not, we might consider longs as well. Longs, I think the thing with this one would be a bit crowded. Yeah, and overcrowded trading is not fun. It's not fun at all, especially for my style. This is beautiful. Like the way, let me show you this beauty. Look at this, very clean, right? Breaks out, never looks back. Well, it does pull back briefly and then continues, breaks the levels, and then just carries on. Beautiful pullbacks. It's very, very clean, right? There's not many wicks. When it does move out of a level, it does it nice and clean. See that? So today, I'm not going to expect the same sort of trading as yesterday, right? Because things don't stay the same. They tire themselves out. So today might be the day that it tires itself, or a lot of people new traders are going to join in seeing this day, and they're going to make it much overcrowded, which is going to be very hard for it to actually do a cleaner move. So I'm just going to leave PCVX, especially at the open, and we'll see what happens later on. And that's pretty much the list, guys. Again, I have posted the list on Discord. There's the link there if you go to the chat. And that's pretty much it. User. Okay, user is gapping up 7.45. Is that an acquisition? Oh, this is earnings. So user is just gapped up earnings. Look at that. We're talking, ooh, wow, okay, huge beat on the earnings. So that's is massive. So we're gonna keep that as earnings as well. User. User testing. Okay, so this one might be something that throughout the day, keep an eye on this one. Massive gap. If it holds this gap by the open, this might be one of those that we could take some longs on it. So I've just added user as well on the list, guys. I'm just gonna write it on the user as well. Sorry, it's on the general. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna write user added. Okay. So the break of, I think it's just a bit too extend. I think it's due for a little bit of a pullback and then maybe continue. I'll wait on that. But nevertheless, really nice. Our AGFS. Our AGFS still carrying on. As you can see, very typical of a strong trending stock. Breaks the highs, pulls back, breaks the highs, pulls back. Yeah. There we go. All right, dip buying. Best of luck. You're scalping it anyway, so the buying works. Alright, let's have a look at this. Meta goes here. EPIX goes here. PTT goes here. BAs. SLB. Don't worry. I will not tell you if I shorted. If I were to turn this off, 9 EMA. 9 EMA I used to use Zell, but only on 5 minutes. There's no point in using 9 EMA on 1 minute. Come on, that's just... Yeah. If you're using 5 minutes, yes, I can understand 9 EMA. I used to use 9 EMA, yeah. And still once in a while look into it, but I'm happy with 1 minute 20 EMA, which is very equivalent to 9 EMA on 5 minutes anyways. Very similar. It's not, it just works for me. 1 minute 20 EMA. How do I flip this thing? Because that's my left. It's kind of hard to... Apply rotation data from camera, if any. Okay, that's not the one. I think I need to add. Audio video filters and effect filter. No. Delete that. Add. While things pick up, I'm just sorting out a few things here and there on the camera stream. See, it's too bright, right? So this needs to beat the other one. And the background is, hold on. Okay, so that pretty much it's not doesn't want to comfort. Yeah, I had to start early. I was missing the stream and trading, of course. Let me just keep this here. Just I can't really. Anyways, I'm just trying to sort out the lighting. Anyways, welcome Oasis. What's up? You're late. So I've posted the watch list anyways. I've gone through what I think I might be doing on those. So later on you can go back to the stream early and check out what we talked about. But yeah. It's not early, man. What are you talking about? It's about 9 a.m. 9 a.m. EST, right? And I think I started streaming 8 a.m. That's going to be the usual sort of system anyways from going forward. Like, it's not going to be 9:30, it's going to be 8. Yeah, 8 a.m. EST going forward. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad, man. I'm happy that way as well. I'd rather stream a bit early and then usually I finish up early anyways after 1 hour or so. So it's only fair if I could come down a bit early. We can talk about things, we can catch up. We have more time, we're not rushing things. And it works perfectly for me as well. I love to do that. I like to have my every single thing set up properly, watch list done nicely, and all I need to worry about is just clicking buttons instead of worrying about what am I watching, why am I watching, things like that. So and by the way, we're gonna start the webinars quite soon as well. This week, if you want to do, we can do as well. But then from next week onwards, regular webinars for the elite, weekly webinars should be active. Mondays or Tuesdays, you choose. I don't mind. Usually Mondays work for me because it's normally, when it comes to trading, it's a slightly easier day and it's quieter day. I don't trade as much as I would on other days, on Monday anyways. So Mondays work fine, but Tuesdays are okay as well. So we should get that thing going as well. Yeah, find a balance, Oasis, if you can. You know, school is quite important as well, man. It's extremely important. Yeah, definitely, it'll be back on track for sure. Yeah, he's been putting in some work, man. He's been putting in some hours on that, on the charts, on the level twos and all. So yeah, good to know. Good to know, mate. So this user looks pretty much more like an acquisition to me instead of a earnings play. It is definitely an earnings gap up, but is there an acquisition on this one? Yeah, there's got to be acquisition, guys. This is not just a normal earnings gap, right? This got to be acquisition, right? There's no way an earnings like it gaps up and it doesn't move. This I can guarantee you this is an acquisition. Let me have a look at the thingy. Let me go down a bit. There you go. There you go. Let me hide my picture there. There you go. That's what I thought. Buyout is 3 on AGF, so AGF is also a buyout. I was talking about user though, but Madrid. Yeah, but I thought it was 26. It was an earnings play, right? AGF is earnings gap, right? I believe. Yeah, that's the latest one I see is solution announced third quarter 2020 earnings release date. Oh, it's announced its earnings release date, which is what? November 9th. So after the market close on Wednesday, November 9th. Yeah. Buyout for 3, huh? Rumors. Well, what they say is buy the rumors, sell the news. Buy the rumors, sell the news, buddy. It's gapped up quite a bit. Still a bit too. I'll wait on it. I'll wait on AGFS to make a decision. I would really like it to go a bit further beyond 3. And then I could start to look into shorting it. At the moment, unless it pulls back and starts to hold, I'm not going to do anything. So, yeah, just waiting on it. See if anything else is moving. User. NRBO also gapped up. Recent reverse split. NRBO. Not recent, actually. Quite a few days. Few weeks ago. I would say a few months ago. But it's gapped up. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's the backside. What's the volume like? Volume is not huge. NRBO. 12.59 is offering of 12.59 for 713,000 shares. Class A. I don't know about NRBO, guys. If it's an offering around 12.50, so it's not too far from there. At this point, it's actually $2.5 away from the offerings, so there could be something, but yeah. Let's see. It's 5%, 12% T-Doc. Also, T-Doc, I mentioned this. T-Doc is also a gapper because of earnings. So this is a decent gapper that's holding its own. And it's building up some volume as well, which I believe. So if it starts to hold and build up more volume, that could be something there. TDOC. Really don't see anything else apart from, you know, the big movers, which is our Meta and our BA. EPIX, there it goes. EPIX level to watch is 5. Didn't mention that before. Interesting. And our SPY is trying to sort of take out the high, pre-market high. Very close to it. 912. And we relax until the market opens. And it's too close to the market open to take any trades anyway, so. What do you want?
I don't see you showing camera. I'm going to see. Can I have it quickly? I don't see you showing camera, so I'm going to.
You're gonna pick him up. Okay. If I turn this off. It's too dark. It's too dark. All right, no worries, buddy. See you later. I think you're done, huh? What's your yeah. It's kind of drifting down, so. Goes to 2.6. This is getting me tired. Yeah. Nice one, Zell. Yeah, I think what Zell does is he just goes at the open for the open trades, and then comes back and joins the stream. Because at that point, what he does is scalping, right? You need utmost focus and concentration. The last thing you want to do is somebody like me trying to give his own his opinion to, you know, distract him. So, what are you watching, Oasis? Anything special? SPY is taking out the highs. Okay. Amazon and Meta. Okay, it's good to keep only a few stocks in mind just to watch. Yeah, good one. Looks weak. Tesla's relatively is quite strong pre-market. Yeah. Stop pushing him towards options, man. You're every day. He needs to get that level 2 sorted, right? Tape reading. Yeah, why not? You could definitely do things with stocks. There's no huge disadvantage to stock trading. In fact, there's huge advantage depending on how you look at it, really. Stick to one thing, just master it, and then trying to add other tools to your arsenal. What you don't want to do is basically just keep on sort of gathering all the tools that you can't even use, and it's just filling up your toolbox, and you don't have anything else to put in there when you really need to put when you really need that space. That's a great option, man. That is a great option. Everybody should take that. I think everybody takes that anyways, that option. T-Doc. Meta is drifting down. Meta. Oh, that's what I was saying, Oasis. Meta is just, yeah, so weak. This is what I was mentioning. You are either going to see Meta just keep on bleeding, right? Or you're going to see some sort of a bigger pullback coming into it. It's so extremely weak. Yeah, you do see that once in a while, and when it does happen, it's really good. I remember taking advantage of Apple's flush only once in the last four months, and that's how rare it is. That's how rare it is for big companies to have a really what we call it as panic move down. And you guys might remember it from I believe October, November last year. It was a year ago. I might be wrong on the date on that one, but yeah. Yeah, maybe someone did. That's why, like Darkness used to say, why don't you trade the high? Like, he hates looking at small caps and low floaters and saying, look at this, so boring. I kind of find the bigger caps boring because the style that I trade, the bigger caps don't really match. It's just so boring. It's so choppy, and it's not really something that you can read easily unless you look at the bigger picture approach, which is kind of hard when you're doing day trading. I think, honestly speaking, let me be honest, for me, what works is bigger cap stocks definitely is for swing trading. That's it. That's the end of it. Having said that, I don't mind trading, day trading the big caps when there is price and when there's an action there, but most of the time there isn't. So you have to look at it from the daily perspective. Yeah, it really does have a good ATR for sure. It's massive range. The range is there. The opportunities, however, is a bit difficult, to find. Yeah. So just because something has a huge ATR doesn't mean it's going to provide good opportunities. In fact, that could be the other way around. It's going to chop you around a lot. But it's good to watch. Yeah, Tesla definitely is always good. I remember the days when it was like trading in thousands, and we used to have like $3, $5 spread easily. Those were the times when it had proper ATR. Yeah, sure, man. I'll see you at the open or after the open. Yeah, I hope so. The fact that you mention it, I think you've tried quite a few times, so we believe you. No. All right, so as I expected, Meta is just bouncing again. So this bounce is due. This was due. I believe if it does start to bounce, it might bounce even more. So I'm going to be patient with these stocks that I'm watching. Today, I'm not thinking of taking anything right at the open. There's nothing that I want to take unless, you know, this EPIX actually starts to give us something, right? This is the only one that I might be interested. Painkillers. Yeah, that's related to alcohol, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna watch that APIX. I would like it to pop towards 5s and it starts to reject from there. Then I could take some shorts on it. Or the other side of it would be to break that 510s, 520s and hold above that for a while and then start looking into longing this, maybe averaging, build up some position on the long side. So both sides is fine for me at the moment as it stands. There's no level that I can take it off. BA, again, it was a huge move down yesterday and is actually retracing back, which is quite normal as I mentioned, but we might see some fade off coming in on BA as well. So there's quite a lot of stocks that are really sort of, I'm looking for shorts. PDD also possible shorting opportunity. Roblox, I just kept it because I just like it for swings. SLB, let's have a look at that. SLB for short. PCVX, ideally I would like to take it long if it starts to take out the what are we looking at on? Yeah, I mean close to 41s, 41.50s. Yeah, but then if it starts to fade off as well, I don't mind taking shorts. AGF is still strong. It's trying to sort of pick out that. Now AGFS might be the one that actually really moves at the open, especially for the long side, but we'll see. Yeah, it might help. Alcohol might help. Try it. Meta is again washing. Meta washing. APIX is washing. So right close to the open, which is about 2 minutes or a minute to go, we are seeing some sort of a wash coming in the tickers that we're watching. Hopefully. Market's about to open, guys. Best of luck. Let's do this thing. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. falling. PX. All right, APIX is bouncing. All right, so AGFS is also in that initial chop, I would say. Same as APIX. So, but Meta is washing, Meta is flushing. However, SPY is actually trying to take out the high of day, which seems strong. Kind of difficult to be shorting. Obviously, Meta is doing its own thing. There's a panic to it, so Meta might be a better choice to be trading short if market decides to give us some sort of weakness. So Meta definitely looks weak. Definitely looks weak. 1006. APIX is looking good as well. Looking into shorting EPIX, guys. EPIX. At this point, it looks like a 20 cents, around 20 cents stop. Okay, BA has actually shown strength. Our Roblox is somehow thinking down, flushing down. PDD is also looking good for a possible short. PDD. I'm looking at PDD, guys. It looks nice to me. I want a nice little bounce coming into PDD. Here we go, 430s. All right, that's good. EFPIX is looking really nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. EPIX. Let's go, baby. Okay, looking good. Oh, EPIX. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. AGFS is also looking strong. It's taken out the high of day and it's continuing. So nice. GFX. Anybody trade that? Should be good to go. PDD, APIX, our Meta might be the good option here. That might be a better option here. Dude, PDD just bounced so strong. Dude, Meta is so busy right now. I'm going to try Meta with a 50-cent stop. Meta. By the way, for the shorts, right? Okay. Let's go, Meta. Very busy, very busy. It seems like a lot of hands are being like, yeah, you got to be very careful with this one. Now I'm out. I'm out on Meta. A small loser on Meta. No way. Yeah, it's as I mentioned, it's due for a bigger bounce, so that's true, or what we're seeing on this. Locating that bad boy. Accept that. Cancel that. And oh man. EPIX I could not add, man. I wanted to add on the around 413s. Just could not add. But hey, that's fine. I don't want to chase it either. One more try on Meta, short. 99.30s. It's still early on Meta, but I just want to get in on Meta a little bit early if it starts to drift off. So I thought Tesla, ooh, beautiful. Tesla was, okay, that Facebook is just choppy. It's too choppy. Oh, EPIX, beautiful. Let's go, baby. Oh man, APIX, I just couldn't add. Really wanted to add there. But let me take some out around under 4. I'm gonna take some more out. 4 is fine. 100. So basically, I started on EPIX around here. I wanted to add here, couldn't add, sorry, and then under 4, basically a partial down. So yeah, it's definitely a successful trade. Whereas Meta was basically short, I think around here, got stopped out here, and then I restarted it again here. So I'm still in short on Meta, looking for a possible big move down on this. On Meta, sorry. On Meta, let me show you on EPIX. That's that. Meta is just choppy at the moment. I just waiting for it to actually make up its directional move. I was also looking for PDD as well, but it just completely reversed. So there's no point in looking at it for short. There's huge battle going on Meta at the moment. Just possible dip buying, maybe a lot of profit taking as well. You know, there's a big battle going on. So if it starts to trade over 100, I would say just ignore it for a while. Just ignore it for a while. That thing, bro. Yeah, Meta is just too choppy. And plus, we have to be careful. I'm out of Meta anyways. I don't like the chop. I need to see action very quickly. But as you can see, SPY is also bouncing. Everything else is starting to bounce, so which means SPY might tend to... Although, having said that, it's actually on the View app now. And I am short biased on SPY today, so... I'll let Meta play out a little bit. Probably wait for it to actually do a bigger pullback. I would say towards 102s, 103s. And then we will find the backside of the move on this Meta. So for the moment, I'm leaving it alone. 2 small losers on it. 2 small. I believe I started here and then got out here. And then next short here and then got out somewhere here. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful exits though on that. And AGF is done really well, taken out high of day and strong, and it's trying to take out that 280 again, attempting to take out the 280. That's where it failed from, but yeah, lots of action today. There might be some decent opportunities later on. Just keep an eye on things. Yeah, there's your bigger bounce coming in on Meta. And EPIX is bouncing as well a little bit, so gotta be careful with that trade. Yeah, we might still see some rejection coming, but I want to make sure that I wait for that confirmed trend change. At this point, it seems like it's going to be a front side of the move, which we discussed quite a few times. But then again, also, you don't want to miss the main move as well. So it's kind of difficult to say, right? I mean, at this point, it's actually rejecting from 200 EMA, but it's only that 200 EMA and 101. So yeah. The short is supported by the SPY's move down. Yes, I agree. The short is definitely supported even for the Meta. PCVX looks like a really decent short. PCVX. Shoot. As soon as I was about to take it, it just dropped like, let me show you what I mean by PCVX. Where are you? Here. I was looking at it here, 39.40, and it just dropped to 38, like 60 cents within seconds, just when I was about to enter. There goes my entry. No way I'm gonna be taking anything here now. Missed it. Missed it. Good trade. Meta is coming down. I'm still watching Meta on the side. Yeah, this might have been the rejection actually that we were actually waiting for. I thought it was going to be high of day rejection where I tried few times. It didn't work out. So the real rejection came in probably from the 200 EMA. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. BA also is actually on a reversal pattern, I believe. At least EPIX is doing really well for me, so I'm not gonna jinx it. EPIX is beautiful. So 380s, around 380s, I'm looking for possible partials on it. Hopefully we'll get there. To be honest now, our stop could be around here, 421s, if it actually breaks that around there. So if anybody is taken where I took it here and then maybe added here, then your average is going to be here anyways, 425s. So it's still below your average. So worst case scenario is going to take you out on a break even, but you should have taken some partial anyways on it. So that's still a decently successful trade. BA, as I was mentioning earlier, I can't be watching all of these. Look at this, beautiful, beautiful. BA still looks to me kinda. BA and Meta is trying to actually recover its losses. They usually tend to run. That's what I'm worried about. If I hadn't had big massive gap on BA and Meta, I would be shorting it right now. Both of them. Because they have massive gaps, they usually tend to try to fill that. That's the issue here. Okay, we might, I mean, it's still early. Meta, we might be seeing that initial kind of confirmation of a backside. Still early. Still early. And AGFS is really like holding on and is strong. AGFS still wants to take that 280s out. So that could be a decent potential longs actually. Starting, even if you start here, you could add on the 282s. Interesting. There it goes. Is the volume there? That volume needs to come in though if it's going to break that. Facebook might be a better deal here. FB Meta short. If you're going to short Meta here, it's going to have to be break off the 200 EMA on 1 minute. That's when I'm going to get out. So a Meta shorting. Yeah, this is what I meant by SPY today. I'm short biased. Look at SPY, right? This is what I meant. SPY's done quite a bit of move down, so expect a bit of a pause coming into. So now looking for shorts might be dangerous if anything related to SPY. Yeah, Tesla followed down really nicely. Apple as well as some other stocks. The one that I missed was actually PCVX that I wanted to short for a while now, and it's done quite a few dollar move for a $40 stock. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I was watching PCVX. I was actually really like, this has huge potential, right? These are the ones that I really love to trade, and it's very clean. And you guys should know this setup like by heart. And there's not only one setup there, there's quite a lot aligning with this. That's why I liked it, and I'm gutted that I couldn't really take anything. There was another opportunity here, but at that point, yeah, I didn't want to really look desperate to chase it. So I guess, yeah. There's the bounce coming in on the SPY, as I was expecting. On a SPY, there's a pause coming in. Either this is a pullback, healthy pullback, anything. Just this is gonna pause, isn't it? This move is got to have some sort of a profit taking, some sort of a pause. All right. AGFS is kind of difficult now. Be careful if you're longing it, because it looks like it's heavy. AGFS. Oh, PDD actually gave us something. PDD. This is yeah. Meta is just, as I said, Meta wants to just take that like reclaim what's lost. EPIX as well. I'm gonna be out for around 421s if it takes that out. Yeah, 422s around that area. Just few cents over the wick that is just created. So if it does that, I will be out of that. Shame it didn't really sort of follow through. It might for later on, but it's just at the moment as it stands, it's trying to recover. I think what also could be the case with Meta is that it's dropped so much that people are dip buying it. And there might be some good news, something around the corner. We don't know. There might be something that we haven't been informed yet, the public. Usually dip buying could come in after this much of a drop. So there's probably big money holding this. Because if you look at it, usually Meta will follow SPY, but it's completely ignoring it, right? Look at this. That's why I took few shots at Meta, and it just completely did the opposite. So you want to ask yourself, if something is not doing what it's supposed to, what usually it does, and it's doing complete opposite, there's something amiss, right? There's something going on right there. So you got to be very careful. Don't be stuck with it. Ooh, AGFS. This is what I meant, guys. Like, I'm not going to say I told you so, but right there, that 280 didn't break and it just completely rejected. So now it seems like it's just a fade off. Unfortunately, I didn't trade it. I was going to trade it for short, something like a rejection like that. But it's expensive, I believe, to short first. And it's very low price stock. If I can find, actually, it's not that expensive. Nevertheless, it's actually quite low priced for me to look for big moves. There comes the bigger pullback on SPY, which I was kind of expecting anyways. So there we go. That's the bigger pullback. I'll see if it's actually pulls back towards the VWAP and holds. Yeah, I'm out of APIX. EPIX as well, right there, 424, I believe, 422, somewhere there. Out. There goes the bounce. Yeah, AGFS, I was just discussing AGFS, yeah. I was mentioning earlier. Yeah, I see. I see the drop. Where were you, man? We were discussing that. AGFS, I was saying, look, guys, you know, it looks good for a long, actually. It's holding up here, 280 breaks and holds, then that's a long. But it completely did the opposite. And I said, okay, right here somewhere, before the drop, way before the drop, I was mentioning, be careful. If it's somebody's long on this, be careful, because that's the rejection came in already. That's a sign for you. So hopefully, you know, 271. Oh, wow. Oh, so you were trading it. I actually mentioned that because you were trading it. So you were not in the stream. But anyways, hopefully you sold some at 276. Okay. Nice, nice. Very nice, very good. You gotta pay attention to those struggles. Do, 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 do. Strange, huge, massive bounce coming into SPY. Right? I wasn't expecting this bigger of a bounce, so this might be a reversal. Or it might just be a rejection from a VWAP, who knows? But the volume just picked up big. Last volume was huge. This might be also a rejection. I am a red for today. Thank you very much. It's because of the Facebook. Few tries on Facebook as well as View and BBBY. Okay, View. View. Yeah, View went. Maybe for later. View might be for later. BB. Oh, yeah. Yeah, could be. I don't look at the SMA. SMA I used to keep, but I don't anymore. SPY, slight bit of rejection, but I think that's just a pullback maybe. This might want to go higher. EPIX is something to keep an eye on, because the fact it tried to really sort of go for it. It's curling back up. Yeah, just keep an eye on this one. Maybe for later. AGFX, AGFS looks good. And the one I missed is PCVX. To locate send. Oh, EPIX. Okay, so this is this was just a little. I think this was probably profit taking from the pre-market this here. So that bounce, um, it wasn't very strong. I was waiting for the volume on this one. Volume never came in. The curling action happened, but this is a very sharp curling action. I would usually what I would wait for is longer curl over the VWAP. It didn't happen. So this is it just took us out. It just took us out of the trade, and then now it's gonna go. On this one, I was short from here. I believe I reshorted. So my average was here. So I wouldn't call it a winner. It's just like a break even. So yeah, and also look at SPY. This is what I meant by like this is not a rejection from the VWAP. It looks like a little pause and then off it goes. There you go. They're huge. There goes SPY. Oof, look at that strength. Look at that strength. Whew, look at the consistency in the volume. And also look at Meta. Meta is just really sort of going for it. AGFS looks really nice, but it's just too expensive, too small price stock. I might look into shorting this now, but you have to short 10 cents. Not even 10 cents, 7 cents stop. You need like a lot, man. Why the hell not? I would, yeah, I would try that short try on AGFS 259s with a stop of 265, something like that. Very tiny stop. So we've got shortness. It's 58. Ooh. Yeah, no, it's not good. 2G, I'm out of AGFS. I'm out of AGFS. There's some hidden seller there. No, no good. AGFS. Break even on AGFS. Maybe with, come on, look at that. Nope. Why is my, why is this showing delayed data? This is actually not the case. It's here. Yeah, there you go. You see? So that's why this is a great example of this could have been a bigger loser, but it ended up being a break even. Why? It's simply because of tape reading. Purely because of tape reading. Now it does what it does now, but at that point I was short. Let me show you here actually. I can probably screenshot this. Probably, yeah. Yeah. So where is the screenshot gone? So look look at this trade. How do I zoom in? Oh my god. No. So yeah, so over here short, as you can see, 258s, 259s, and then, you know, look at the exit. That's the difference. I would have been exiting somewhere here. Instead of this exit, I managed to get out on this. So why? Because I read the tape. It wasn't just it was clearly showing me there was something holding it at 258s when it was about to drop here. This area here, 258s, no numbers at all. I didn't see numbers at all, but it still held huge numbers going in, but none whatsoever on the level 2. So, and then what I saw was a buildup of more bids coming in. So basically, they were just raising the limit. So 258, 259, 260. So as soon as 260 got slowly taken, I just got out. So a few cents instead of losing like maybe 10 cents. Great example, by the way. View, oh no, I wasn't watching View, sorry. It's just a low price stock for me. I know, yeah, this is exactly, yeah, this is exactly why I don't touch it. There's your live example, guys. Enough said. I'm not gonna say anything else, guys. There's your example. Why don't I touch the low price stock under 3? Well, thank you very much. Enough of that. AGFS. AGFS might be later down the line. It might be some decent opportunity. Even for longs, I'm not going to ignore the longs. It's still up there. You see, the gap is there. It's still green. It looks strong. Even now, it looks strong to me. So I'm not going to have very strong short bias. No way. I'll take both sides because it is showing strength. Like right now, for example, 266, 267 breaks. And that's another opportunity. But then you have the overhead resistance. You have to scalp it out. Dude, hold on. What happened, buddy? What happened? You got stuck on it? Or you took it? Shit. How? What the hell? Beautiful. Beautiful. Front side shorting. Yeah. So is it a room? I believe it's a room. So rooms can do that. That's what I mean. Oh, AGFS, don't tell me, bro. You're gonna do that. AGFS. Is gonna go without me. Yeah, that's gone without me. Bold if they're straight down averaging in for the 200 SMA. Yeah, very bold. Like that's just don't know what to say to that. Really don't know what to say to that. Yes, sir. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I mean, some people can top tick, some really decent front sides. Uh, yeah, I used to have, I used to trade with a friend of mine who used to trade low floaters only, and although he used to take a lot of trades, but then when you look at it, when you look at beautiful trade like top ticking and things like that, I don't know why people are obsessed with top ticking. That's just hugely. First of all, it requires huge amount of experience. Like we're talking years and years, even decades of trading the same low floaters, right? But then, just don't think that it's going to happen every time. You will to find that top tick. You will have to go through a lot of other ticks, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm not saying some people aren't out there who are top ticking most of the time. Not most of the time, but more than the usual. You can. I mean, even tape reading. Like if you can read the tape really fast on something like that, you can top tick, especially on those small price stocks. But as long as you go in with a plan. View. Let's have a look at View. Surprisingly, wasn't very expensive. I just assumed that it was going to be expensive to borrow. It wasn't really. Interesting, interesting. I'm still waiting for a few things here. Anything you guys see? Anything? Anything at all? View is done, right? Yeah, that's done. That is done. You want to learn? You want to learn tape reading? If you can, go back to it or read it on these kind of stocks. Read it on these stocks. Like what happened here and what happened here. What's the difference? What's the difference? And what happened after that first? You will start to see something. You've got to see something here clearly, and that's when you start to read things. So always, if you can, low price stocks, low floaters, read them on that. It's easier, very clear, very clean. See, although I haven't traded View, I can definitely, if I was learning something, I can definitely learn from it, like going back on it. This is the good thing about trading these days. You guys have an advantage where I started. We didn't have these advantages of going back to certain day live trading it, not live trading, but going through live data on it. No way, we didn't have that. Yeah, there you go. Almost every platform has it these days. It's not a surprise. Every single software, you could go back. In fact, some of the softwares are so extensive on it, like you can even download the data tick by tick. Like, there's no way, like, it's very accurate. You can't say that it's not. Dash Trader is very expensive. People are, especially over here, they're not gonna go for Dash Trader yet, unless you have a bigger account. That's like $100-something per month, and you gotta be trading very very regularly to be able to benefit from it. Like, SPY is trying to take out the high of day as well, so very strong. The market actually came back. The initial weakness came in. That's what I was expecting, and then this is unexpected. I thought on an initial weakness will come in and it will stay weak for the rest of the day, at least for the better half of the day. But it immediately reclaimed. So that is what it's telling me is basically this head and shoulder reversal is actually very, very strong. So don't go against it. There it goes. SPY breaks the high, carries on. Strength, strength, strength. Yeah, it's absolutely one of the best, I would say. For trading, if you're trading actively, it is probably the best, if not. I think, yeah, there's no other competition to that. It's very, very reliable. Extremely reliable. And Epix obviously does what I expected to do, but a bit later on after it takes me out. Yeah, today has been really unusual, guys. It's just no follow through when I take the trade, but then when I leave it, that's when follow through happens. And yeah, missing some good trades. But overall, generally, it's not a bad day. It's not like a worst day. It's just a small red day. Okay. Yeah. One last try on AGFS. AGFS, one last try. Shorting 255. 255. I'm going to wait for it to break that VWAP. And if it does, then I'll be out. And that'll be it for me for the day, if that takes me out. So right there, 255. I think it's 265. 256, sorry. 256. Yeah, just a bad day. I don't, I mean, I do believe in scaling in, yes, but you know me, my style is just, I might have few small losers. It's definitely small losers compared to my winners. You know that, right? I don't scalp or anything when I do have runners. I have proper runners. But then again, sometimes the environment doesn't allow me to have proper runners on it. So I have to adjust myself. And every week I try to adjust here and there. I'm still trying to take it easy, obviously. So when I do catch something, I let it run. I give it a chance to give me some decent. So one of the winners could wipe out 3, 4, 5 losers easily. So it's just everybody has different style, really. You know, scaling in, I do that sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't do it. I really do it when I am chasing something. Let's say I'm expecting a bounce coming in or something like that, and I'm early. I'll start early, starters, and then once it does what I expect it to do, on confirmation happens, then I'll start to pile in on it and go in with the full size if I can. But for these one, let's talk about this one. For example, let's say people scale in on this one, yeah? People scaling in. So when you scale in, you're gonna have a zone or an area where you're gonna say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna scale in until 283s, right? So now, let's say you start here, 256s. And then it starts dropping from here. You're only in about 10%, 20% of your position, because your plan was as on the levels, as it starts to climb up the levels, 260s, 265, 270s, you were going to add 20, 25%, 20. So you're going to build up that average in, right? So your average would be, yes, higher, but you are building it up if it goes up, right? Now, let's say it doesn't go up. You're only stuck with about 10% trade, 10%, 20% position, whereas I will be in full. Just different ways to take it, really. Meta might be a better short right now. Meta might be a better short. I might try for one last time. volume coming in. About to exit AGFS again. Short, anybody took the Facebook, sorry, Meta? One last time on Facebook, 101.70s, around 101.70s. Facebook looks good. Watching both AGFS and Meta. On AGFS, if it starts to take out 264s, 65s, I might exit that. I'm still in it though. Also Facebook. Towards the VWAP, I might take some out on Meta. Yeah, I'm out. AGFS out. AGFS 264, I believe. That will put me down quite a bit. Actually, you know what? My I would say about 3R. Oh, hold on. I'm not out. Hold on. No, it only took portion of my. Okay, I need to get that thing sorted. No, I'm not out fully, unfortunately. I was portioned out, so I have to wait for it to. It's a good thing that I portioned out because it was just a wick. I want to see if it does close above that now. On this one, I got like 20% out here from this short. So now if it takes that out, then yeah, completely out. But I wouldn't let it go take that out. I will take it out before, depending on the. And Meta is doing really well. Yeah, Zel, having patience sometimes works out, sometimes it doesn't. You don't want to have too much patience as well. I learned it the hard way, man. When especially with these kind of like, look, you have to remember AGFS is a gapper and is holding its gap, right? So taking short is a risky approach to this. You have to remember you are actually going against the momentum, against the whole, like the gap. There's a reason why there's a gap there and it's holding. So, Meta. I think Meta might help me out here. Let's have a look at Meta. So Meta, as I mentioned, somewhere here, 101.70s, around there, shorted. And I should be taking some off around 150s around here. I would really like it to go to the VWAP so I can take more out and then let the rest 50% run if I can. But don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see. As long as it hits that VWAP, I'll be okay on that trade. Not great, but okay. Yes, now I'm fully out. I made sure of it on AGFS. So that's definitely a 1 hour loser. Again on, not again, it's the first time I'm doing 1 hour loser on in AGFS. Very choppy. If I feel like now it's trying to go for it. Like I feel like now trying to short it will be difficult because you know, we've got this this price action here. This is complete reversal of what we look for on the when something's running. This is the opposite of that. So if it holds above VWAP, maybe there will be some opportunities for it for longs, maybe, but I don't think I'm gonna stay here for that. HTCR. HTCR, yeah, it is one of those, yeah. It is one of those. HTCR definitely looks like one of those. It looks heavy, but again, it's easily playable by a room. A room can play this, like, you know, it could just, I don't know. Dude, there's I want to keep an eye on AP. I was gonna leave it alone. AGFX, sorry, AGFS. Yeah, just looking at things really. Meta has just bounced off a little bit off of that 150 level, and let's see whether it has that weakness to go to VWAP. Yeah, it's going back down, so that's good. Yeah, Monday definitely. Monday, same time, about 8 a.m. EST. Let's do some pre-market. Hopefully, we get the chance to trade something pre-market. Today I couldn't. The first day I did the pre-market, I had the chance to trade some decent. So yeah, it's kind of working out or not. We'll find out. But usually pre-market, you have to be patient with. You have to find the right approach, right stock, right timing. So we'll be all right. Just have to get used to it. What time is it? 10:49. So for me as well, it's done, guys. Today has been funny, really. Traded the AGFS few times here. Got stopped out somewhere there. 1 hour or just over 1 hour trade. Over here, I tried it as well, but I wouldn't say lucky enough, but I read the tape getting stronger and stronger. I exited with a break even. Otherwise, I would have had to do another 1 hour on it. 1 hour loser. So 1 hour loser, just over 1 hour loser on this one. Meta has been as well a funny one. I tried high of the rejection, didn't work. The only one that's working right now is this one, which is looks good. My target, most of this will be out on VWAP, and then I'll have it running. Now, it depends on what the 50% does. I would expect not too much from it, to be honest. If it does take out the 50% here, then we've got quite a bit of that losers covered on Meta anyways. If that doesn't cover it, then I'll be generally down about 3 hour, which is the stopping basically max daily loss for me. Like if I hit that or anywhere close to minus 3 hour, I'll stop it. So from obviously if Facebook takes this out, that's a clear stop for the day anyways. So I think even if Facebook does what I expect it to do, which is just give me the 50% here and then maybe drift down a little bit more for the day, that will be it, because from here onwards I don't think I will see anything decent for me. So that's pretty much it, guys. However, I'm looking at APCVX. Volume isn't there. This is curling up and it's actually taken out the VWAP. PCVX. It looks interesting. This one looks interesting. The volume though. Volume isn't there. See you, Oasis. Have a good one, buddy. Tomorrow is Friday, right? Yeah. So Friday won't be streaming, but I will be trading. I wish you the best of luck. If you're not here on Monday, then yeah, next week. But I'll be back on Monday. So until then, I'll see you, Zell, as well. I'm gonna go and stop the stream. I'm done for the day. I'll update you on the Facebook or Meta on probably Monday. All right, guys. Take it easy. Stay safe out there. See you soon.